The book Can't Hurt Me is the autobiography of David Goggins, an American Navy SEAL, ultramarathon runner, and renowned motivational speaker. In this autobiography, you will find numerous lessons, experiences, and insights that will empower you to unleash talents and abilities you never knew you had. You will be able to reach heights and achievements you never thought possible. This book is aimed at anyone who believes in the power of the mind to achieve the impossible, desires to break free from the ordinary, overcome self-doubt, and endure in the face of pain and sorrow to become the best version of themselves. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. David Goggins' childhood was anything but typical. Circumstances and bad luck always seemed to conspire against him. He experienced abuse and domestic violence at the hands of his father, trannies, in a terrifying and ongoing manner. Since the age of 6, he worked late into the night every night at his father's skating rink, responsible for cleaning and maintaining the place. Often, he would have dinner there and sleep there, which negatively affected his school performance due to constant fatigue. Similarly, life at home was no better than at the skating rink. It was a mix of violence, terror, and fear, as if it were a piece of hell. Trannies repeatedly and continuously abused his mother, Jackie, in front of him. At times, David tried to defend her, only to receive his share of beatings and lashes. This caused him to miss school for days. With these scenes recurring almost daily, death and life became indistinguishable to him. He surrendered to depression and lost the will to live. One time, his father pulled out a gun and placed it between David's eyes, as if relishing in planting fear and terror in his son's heart. But David did not flinch. Death offered him relief. Jackie couldn't continue living in this environment, so she decided to escape at night with her son to another city, dreaming of a fresh start. There, David began 2nd grade, but he was years behind his classmates, unable even to read properly. School became another form of suffering. Here, David reflects on this part of his life and asks, have you experienced violence, racism, or bullying in your childhood? Do you face difficulties and obstacles in life, school, or work? And do all these negative things hinder your personal growth, development, and improvement? Try to answer these questions honestly. Bid to remember, life may give you a lot of pain, suffering, and bad luck, but don't give in. Accept that what happened has happened and transform it into fuel for success and growth. Jackie and David moved to live with Wilmoth, who served as a role model and father figure David had been missing. There was a glimmer of hope for the three to live happily there, but one day, both Jackie and David were shocked by Wilmoth's death in a robbery. This tragic event plunged them back into suffering and fear. In school, David's situation wasn't any better. He kept failing repeatedly. In his studies, he was always on the brink of failing and could only pass exams through cheating. He was also expelled from the school basketball team. He couldn't pass the military entrance exam either, so his life began to crumble once again. One night, David looked at himself in the mirror and started talking to it, listing all his failures, problems, and flaws. This became a daily habit for him, a form of self-reflection. The habit evolved, and he began writing his goals, dreams, and everything he wanted to achieve during these sessions. He then posted what he wrote on the mirror, so it was always in front of his eyes. He called this habit the accountability mirror. The results of this habit were astonishing, and his life took a complete turnaround. He started waking up before dawn and went to training. He also spent long hours studying to catch up on what he had missed in school. These efforts paid off when he managed to join the military. Bit to remember, the accountability mirror will help you recognize your failures, problems, and flaws, and it will assist you in setting goals and dreams while making plans to achieve them. After David achieved his dream of joining the Air Force in the military, his next goal was to become a part of the elite soldiers team, sent behind enemy lines to accomplish difficult and special operations. David entered the program and managed to prove himself in all the initial training tests. However, as the program progressed, the tests became more challenging and complex. Unfortunately, David couldn't pass the advanced swimming and diving skills tests and was subsequently removed from the program. He fell into a state of depression, gained around 100 pounds in weight, and accumulated financial obligations due to credit card misuse and a failing marriage. One day, while visiting his mother for breakfast, he saw a TV program about U.S. Navy SEALs and how their training was tough and demanding, especially during Hell Week. David was inspired by the trainees' determination and decided to become one of them. Within a short period, he lost all the excess weight he had gained and improved his score on the entrance exams. As a result, he became a Navy SEAL candidate. David began the training program, one of the toughest and most challenging for U.S. Army soldiers. The instructors used various methods to break the soldiers' spirit and challenge their mental and physical strength. They endured harsh training, and David recounts Hell Week, which involved intense cold water training with very little sleep, only about 4 hours. These exercises tested their physical fitness, mental strength, pain tolerance, and ability to work as a team under extreme pressure. Unfortunately, David had to withdraw from the program twice due to multiple stress fractures in his legs. However, this didn't deter him. He re-entered the program for a third time and, with his mental toughness, overcame all the challenges and hardships to become a Navy SEAL. David reflects on this part of his life and emphasizes that a person's ability to achieve their goals and aspirations is closely related to their mental strength, which he calls callous your mind, toughening your mind to endure pain, difficulties, and challenges. To achieve this, step out of your comfort zone. Take out a notebook and write down all the tasks and duties you usually avoid doing. Complete them one by one and repeat this action until even the smallest tasks contribute to making your mind stronger. Bit to remember, callous your mind, achieved by stepping out of your comfort zone, is one of the most crucial factors that will help you achieve your goals and aspirations. David was always looking for new initiatives, experiences, and challenges that could support the community. One of these initiatives was his desire to participate in the Badwater Ultramarathon, a very long-distance race of up to 135 miles in harsh weather conditions. This race, typically held in the summer, attracts elite runners. David wanted his participation to support an organization helping the families of fallen U.S. soldiers. However, with no prior experience in ultramarathon racing, the race organizer asked him to prove himself by participating in another 100-mile ultramarathon. David accepted the challenge and entered the race. His start was strong, but after crossing the 50-mile mark, his body weakened, his strength waned, and excruciating pains overwhelmed him. He started losing focus and mental capabilities. Just before giving up and losing hope, David recalled a beautiful memory, the candy jar that his mother always insisted on keeping full even in the toughest financial times. He also remembered his accomplishments and successes in life, which could boost his morale and help him overcome adversity. With renewed determination, he pushed through and completed the 100-mile ultramarathon. David didn't stop there. He participated in more races to gain experience and add to his list of achievements. As a result of his efforts, he was accepted into the Badwater Ultramarathon and managed to achieve 5th place in the race, defying the scorching heat, thirst, and pains that gnawed at his body and mind. Here, David introduces an important rule, the 40% rule, which means that when you face difficulties or problems, you typically use only 40% of your energy, capabilities, and skills. The main reason for this is that your mind acts as a governor to prevent you from exerting extra effort and energy. Through training, determination, and focus, you can bypass the governor's control by increasing the difficulty of what you're doing by 5% each time. This allows you to overcome the governor, enabling you to reach new heights you hadn't considered before. Bit to remember, the 40% rule and the candy jar will empower you to reach higher levels and achieve goals and aspirations you may not have previously thought possible.